I am a professional caricature artist and I've been drawing people for over 12 years at events. And in this video, I am going to practice by taking a random photo off the internet and drawing it with exaggeration, distortion, and a scribble sketch. So let's get into this. Okay, on this one, I'm just picking out random photos of people from Pinterest. And I'm gonna caricature it. So look at this guy. It's got a basic round head. And I think what I want to do is, his head is so round, it's like a basketball. Or a soccer ball. And so what I think what I'm going to do is try to do some distortion instead of just exaggeration. I'm going to try to distort some stuff and exaggerate. He has this perfectly round head. So usually the first thing that I exaggerate is the head shape. And his head shape is so round, like how do I exaggerate that? I mean, there's probably plenty of ways to do it, but what I want to do this time is exaggerate the features just to see what happens. And I'm going to distort them and I'm just going to have fun with it. So basically I'm going to make one eye way bigger than the other eye. And I'm holding the pencil like this because I want some accidents to happen. I don't want it to be so super precise. And so here we go. So basically I'm just kind of doing like a scribble sketch, to be honest with you. And I'm seeing I'm making some mistakes. And this eye, gonna make it smaller. I made this eye too big, but anyway, this is a scribble sketch. So I'm gonna make the nose. The nose is big and prominent. The biggest thing is obviously that mustache. So that's gonna be the bit. I'm gonna draw that as the biggest thing, but this nose is not small either. This nose is huge. I mean, it's very prominent on the face. And so let's see what I can do with this. I got a feeling he's almost already a caricature, and so it's almost the danger with this is that I can't make him more of a caricature because he's already like a natural born caricature. But maybe I can just add some more cartooniness to it. With some distortion and like cartoon style or something. I don't know. So far I'm looking at the sketch and I don't see much of an exaggeration, but let's go for it anyway. I'm getting my marker for small lines, and that is this zebra marker. It's a zebra brush pen. I think this one is the fine or the extra fine. I'll put a link in the description for this type of pen. I want to get the thin, sharp lines around his eyes. Now, I'm keeping in mind I'm going to just make this eye bigger. Why? Just because I want to. Just for the heck of it. Another thing I want to do is make the line work good. And you see how I did the scribble sketch. There's lots of lines to choose from. I can follow some of those lines, or I can just make new ones as I ink. So my sketch is a guide, but it's not like locked in stone that I have to use it. He's got these awesome wrinkles under his eyes. I usually draw like the shape of the eyebrow, but not this time. This time I'm drawing the hairs of the eyebrow. wrinkles. All right, bridge of the nose. My pen's going dry. This nostril is, I call this a flared type nostril, where this top part of the nostril, or this part here, kind of flares out. So we call it flared. And sometimes it helps me to give that shape a nickname as I'm thinking about it, as I'm drawing. If I call something flared, or if I say this is boxed, or if I say, you know, something mundane like triangle shape. But that helps me when I'm drawing. Draw the shape that I'm wanting it to be. All right, let's get this other eye. And I sketched it smaller, but I can, as I'm inking it, make it even smaller than that. Another thing I'm doing is I made a small pupil on the big eye, and I can make a big pupil on the small eye. And why am I doing that? I'm really just doing it for the fun of it, just to see what happens. Got some forehead wrinkles. And when I'm drawing these hairs, what I'm thinking of is that I don't want it to be like a perfect, each line exactly 2 centimeters away from each other. I want it to be random. So I'll draw 1 line, I'll draw 3 lines, I'll skip a space and draw no lines. Alright, and then we got the pipe on there. His lip. And I think I'm going to do the rest with the larger pen. Okay, so putting this one away. Now I'm going to use my Tombow because it has a much longer nib and I can get thicker lines. Alright. I'm trying to be kind of cartoony. Let's see what happens. Okay, so let's analyze what I did. First off, I exaggerated it a little bit because he's already a natural-born caricature, but I made the head so round that it's almost like a cartoon character, and I did make this mustache bigger, and I made his nose bigger, and then I went for some distortion just to make it more fun. I popped that eye wide open and made this eye a little bit smaller. Now, that's not even in the photo, but I distorted it, and I think it looks kind of cool. And I did it all with a scribble sketch. I cleaned that up now, but I was just sketching, trying to not to lift my pencil off of the paper and just putting down a multitude of lines, holding it like a pencil, like a paintbrush, so that mistakes can happen. And then when I inked over it, I could find cool lines. And Anyway, I just love the way it turned out. So let me know what you think in the comments, and do me a favor and thump the heck out of that like button. Just pow, just like that. And it helps the algorithm get this video out to more artists. And until the next time, I hope you keep getting better at what you love to draw.